Welcome back, Sixth House cultists. Come to me through fire and war. Come to this place where destiny is made. Many questions have I to answer, and answer them I shall. My dear cultists, our numbers grow and our house swells. You fill both my heart and the heart of Lorcan with honor and pride. My beautiful, resplendent golden mask shines not just with netch polish, but also with joy and love for you, my family, my Sixth House. Join me on the march to 1,000 subscribers. Only then will we have the numbers to drive the mongrel dogs of the Empire out of our beloved homeland. All right, let's get to it. Lord Dagoth, destroyer of the mongrel dogs and banisher of vile and wretched false gods. Being a Dunmer in Vivec City is hard. Dealing with everyone jousting over Telvanni or Redoran is truly getting on my nerves. When will Akulakan, the second Numidum, come and free me from these mongrel empire-worshipping Enwas? Last week, a filthy fetcher from House Hlalu stole 7 drakes from my coin purse and called me antique farming equipment. I have never been so insulted in my life. I obviously returned him to the ash from whence he came, but having to deal with such occurrences really tries my patience. When will we finally have our own currency that is separate from the mongrel dogs? Much appreciated, Sarah. Have patience, my child. Daddy Dagoth will come into town riding on top of Akulakan like Bill Murray on the Statue of Liberty in Ghostbusters 2. That's an excellent film. Remember the part where they shoot the happy slime all over the ghosts? I'll be doing that to the mongrel dogs of the Empire when I get there. But it won't be slime. It will be something more lethal. Maybe I'll just have a Kulakan Boop Bar Dow and let it finally crash on top of Vivec's pompous head. That would probably serve to get the mongrel dogs of the Empire out of there. New money is a good idea. We'll get some Dagoth coins. They'll be golden, obviously. And round, like my mask. What's that new fangled sorcery everyone was talking about? Cryptocurrency? Is that right? Crypt currency? Like, is that money you're buried with in a crypt? You can't take it with you, man. Leave your crypt currency with me instead. I'm a god. I won't die. Don't bury yourself with your gold. Just give it to the Sixth House. I'm rambling here. We just had a mass farm equipment funeral pyre for a Khajiit tribe that, had to be retired. And I swear you burn those bodies. Everyone gets a contact high for miles. Okay, deep breaths. Next question. Lord Dagoth, I have a question. If a Khajiit is raised by Dunmer and recognizes you as the god you are they farm tools or honorary Dunmer? This question only brings additional questions. Why did this Dunmer raise the Khajiit? Was this some horrible Daedric trick, a machination of Sheogorath? My heart weeps for my unfortunate countryman who, through treachery and deception, spent his days rearing a farm tool. No, of course not. The Khajiit is not an honorary Dunmer. What kind of mongrel Enwamath is that? Nerevar, I suppose. Should he be reincarnated in his original Chimer form? He could be an honorary Dunmer. I cannot think of any other circumstance in which I would ever bestow that title. Is there a difference, you may ask, between how a respectful, pious, Sixth House worshipping Khajiit is treated in comparison to their heathen brethren? I'm afraid I don't know. I don't ask my farm equipment about their religious preferences. Mr. Shovel, please limit your religious headwear to no more than 5 inches in diameter, thank you. None of that nonsense in my salt rice fields. All right, who's next? I half expected him to call Alduin an overgrown cliff racer. This is a worthy postulate. Cliff racers are an abominable blight upon my lands. They are, however, at least native to my beloved Vardenfell. They aren't Enwas and vermin like Alduin. I would not denigrate them, so... Lord Dagoth, High Councilor of the Sixth House. My question is this. I am starting a Sixth House Dunmer playthrough in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. How should I best honor the Sixth House and the tribe Unmourned? Your divine intellect and wisdom in this matter I know would better the experience of my player character. 1,000 pardons for my mortal lack of wisdom and insolence. No pardon is needed. To acknowledge and correct ignorance is admirable. Allow me to enlighten you, for this is an excellent question. Step 1. You play as a Dunmer, obviously. Step 2. Do not waste your time with armor classes. Wear no shirt. Proud Dunmer pecs should be on display at all times. Step 3. Begin investing in real estate as quickly as possible. Acquire 5 houses, then acquire your 6th house. Excellent. You are a member of the 6th house. This is now your dwelling. Step 4. You acquire a... What is the euphemism those Enwas use? A follower. A Khajiit or Argonian. Make him do all of the work. Never let him carry gold. He is not to be paid. Step 5. Join the storm cloaks. Push the mongrel dogs of the Empire out of Skyrim. This is practice for your homeland. Step 6. Kill the Enwa Ulfric Stormcloak. You weren't fighting for him. You were fighting against the Empire. His treatment of the Dunmer people cannot be ignored. Step 7. Declare yourself High King of Skyrim and prepare to raise an army to support Daddy Dagoth. Step 8. Tell the big flying Argonians to get to work in the fields. All right, very good. That should get you started. Here's a general tip as well. Every time you see a bed, you sleep in it. Ignore warnings that it is not your bed. Every bed is your bed. You are an enlightened sleeper of the 6th house. You must have your rest. All right, who is next to receive my wisdom? Why do I feel like I just entered a JW session? My 6th house cultists are Dagoth's witnesses. The watchtower is Red Mountain. Lord Dagoth, I'm pleased to say the farm tools are working day and night, making some fine ebony equipment. Speaking of Father's Day, I'm happy to say I am going to be a godfather, and no, not in the same way as your divine nature, as I'm too humble for that. Friends of mine have a daughter on the way, and despite the fact that they, too, are humble Nord Enwas like myself, they wish to call their daughter Dagotha in your honor. Do you give your permission for this? I'm being 100% serious, as these two are major Morrowind fans. By the heart of Lorcan... Okay. Where's that guy before who asked about honorary Dunmer? All right, here we go. I never thought that I would bestow an honor like this, but I am so touched by this tribute. I, Dagoth Lord High Councilor of the 6th House, the tribe Unmourned, the Father of the Mountain, the Sharmat do hereby declare on this day that the Enwa Nord, to be known as Baby Dagotha, is officially an honorary Dunmer. Baby Dagotha has my blessing. She will be honored on this channel until the end of days. Glory upon her. She brings honor to the 6th house, the tribe Unmourned. May Dagotha grow strong and wise, embodying the virtues of determination, resilience, and unwavering will. May she learn the value of knowledge, yet be wary of its corrupting influence, and may she carve her own path amidst the tumultuous currents of destiny. 6th house cultists, write your blessings for baby Dagotha on the parchment down below. Let her progenitors know the magnitude of the honor that they show the 6th house, the tribe Unmourned. What is your opinion of the Dagoth Wave music video? It is art of the highest caliber. I had to install a 24-inch subwoofer in a Kulakan just so I can blast that funk while I'm tearing across Tamriel. Have you heard the album that Jayub released with those producers? It's a masterpiece as well. No wonder his voice sounds like gravel. He spits hot fire. Okay, next. Give me one of some metaphysical importance, something profound. My lord, what is your favorite brownie? Crumbly or chewy? Corner side or middle piece? Chocolate chunk, peanut butter, cookie dough? Ah, yes. A question worthy of my wisdom. Corner piece. Not because I like them, but because there are fewer of them. Therefore, they are more special. Dagoth only likes the rarest of brownie slices. The consistency must be chewy. Crumbly? That's too messy. I can't have crumbs all over Red Mountain again. We had a scrib infestation here a while ago, and it was a nightmare to get rid of them. Peanut butter is the flavor chosen by the most enlightened of sleepers. Peanut butter is an excellent source of protein. Very good for building strong Dunmer pectoral muscles. Cookie dough is a delightful and decadent flavor that should also be enjoyed. Lord Dagoth, I am but a humble seeker of forbidden knowledge and a restoration mage. What do you think of Dunmer vampires purely as combatants? The inherent resistance to fire of our people seems to cancel out the inherent weakness to fire that the vampire has while leaving the inherent resistance to cold and other vampire traits. Why does this seem to match so well? Is it a trick by Molag Bal? Firstly, ash vampires are clearly superior to blood vampires as they have been blessed by the 6th house, the tribe Unmourned. But blood vampirism does have its benefits, increased strength, what have you. It also gives you the ability to drink the blood of the mongrel dogs who invade our homeland. I mean, you can already do that without being a vampire, but at least now, it has a purpose. I agree with you about the fire resistance canceling out the weakness to fire. Molag Bal is not clever enough to do anything resembling a trick. I think this is more a reflection of the superiority of the Dunmer. If you take blood vampires of all races and set them on fire, it is the Dunmer who will prove most resilient. This is good. Also, I have done this in the lava pits beneath Red Mountain and can confirm its efficacy. Dr. Peterson, sorry, I mean Dagoth. Care to explain how Vivek can be both Altmer and Dunmer? Vivek. You have mistakenly labeled him an Altmer. I would normally be offended that you would mislabel one of my countrymen thusly, but alas, it is Vivek, so I don't mind. From the teat of the Aedra came the milk that was the original race of elves, the Aldmer, and from this milk rose the cream, the Chimer. The disgusting skim milk stuff that was then left behind is the Altmer. So your question really should be, how is Vivek both Chimer and Dunmer? Well, he isn't. He isn't half this and half that. He's just all narcissist. I suppose that he thinks being two-toned makes him special, or serves as a reminder of his godhood. Really, it's just a reminder that he's an idiot. The Golden Chimer were changed into the dusky Dunmer by the Daedric Prince Azura after the tribunal murdered my moon and star, my Horta Tor, the beloved Nerevar. I assume she thought that this was some sort of punishment for the sins of the tribunal. Well done, Mommy Azura. That will show them. They can still be powerful false gods who rule over my people for thousands of years, but now they're less likely to get skin cancer. Big punishment, great job. The dusky complexion of Dunmer is an honor that sets us apart from our insipid Altmer cousins. So why does Vivek look the way he does? I don't know. I'm a god, and my skin became gray. I assume the skin of Almalexia and Vivek did as well. They probably paint themselves golden every morning while staring in the mirror and pleasuring themselves. Pathetic. Lord Dagoth, have you heard of Enwaz using new technology called artificial intelligence to replicate your divine voice? They have been making all manner of blasphemous counterfeits of your voice that say all manner of things that bring dishonor to the sixth house. What is to be done? False gods have long abused powers that they do not understand and have no right to wield. This will not change until the sixth house has taken its rightful place. Worry not, my divine cultist. Retribution comes for all usurpers in the form of a 200-foot-tall Akulakan. Lord Dagoth, I have conquered all of Skyrim and executed all the leaders, replacing them with Dunmer. Any ideas of what Enwa Swithole we should invade next? Also, I'll let you rename Skyrim, as it's now just a bunch of tundra that belongs to you and Morrowind. Well done. You bring honor to the sixth house, the tribe Unmourned. A new name? It is a cold country mostly north of a far superior land. I have heard of an old Ashlander tribe who gave a name to a similar place in Vardenfell. I believe they called it Canada. Perhaps this name will work. Okay, that's enough for now. Many more questions to answer, and they will be answered. Write more of your questions on the parchment below. Show the sixth house your strength. The Heart of Lorcan draws power from your subscriptions. Subscribe now. Akulakan will grant you a swift demise. Bring honor to the sixth house, the tribe Unmourned.